Wow, what a cool sculpture. That's not just any sculpture, it's a stabile. It is.
Wow. Oh, hey everyone, it's me, Miss Annie, and I'm standing in front of a massive sculpture by the artist named Alexander Calder. And if you guys remember, Alexander Calder was that artist who created mobiles. And mobiles were kinetic sculptures, kinetic meaning it could move, kinetic sculptures that hung from the ceiling and could move round and round in a gust of wind. However, Alexander Calder didn't just make mobiles, he also made what he called stabiles. And stabiles were sculptures that didn't move, they were not kinetic, they just stayed put. And the cool thing about these stabiles is they are huge organic shapes. Remember, organic shapes mean those shapes that are so weird and wibble wobbly that they don't have any specific characteristics or name other than organic. So for today, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make our own organic shaped stabiles inspired by Alexander Calder. Are you guys ready? All right, let's do it. Okay, today we are gonna make 3 different types of organic shape 3D stabile paper sculptures. For this project, what you're going to need are about 3 sheets of white paper. You're also going to need 3 sheets of colored paper, preferably different colors. You're also going to need scissors, pencil, and a glue stick. Okay, so let's get started on our first organic shape stabile. So grab your first sheet of colored paper and let's lay it down in landscape orientation, meaning it's wide and fat. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to put our pinchers on either side of the paper, and you are going to bring that pincher over to the other side and fold it in half from side to side. Okay? Now that we have this fold on one side, we are going to be drawing a vertical line from top to bottom right next to that fold. So what you're going to do is you're going to get out your pencil and about a finger length apart from the top, make a little line on the other side of your finger. Okay, and then at the bottom, you're going to do the same thing. If this is the fold right here, you're going to put your finger on the other side of the fold and make a little line on the other side of your finger. Then you're just going to draw that vertical line as straight as you can from top to the bottom line that we just made. Okay, we're going to use this line to make sure that we do not cut beyond that line, okay? So from this vertical line, what we're gonna do is let's start creating our first curved line. So about 2 fingers down, actually let's do 3 fingers down. On that vertical line, just give a little bit of a mark right there. Okay, and then what we're going to do is on the bottom from the corner, you're going to put those 3 fingers down and on the bottom of your piece of paper, make a little mark. Okay, now what we're going to do is we are going to draw a curved line from that mark, going down, curving out, going down and trying to hit that mark on the bottom. Okay, that's our first curved line. Notice I did not draw my line all the way to the edge of the fold. I started from that vertical line that we drew and then made my curved line. Okay, then what you want to do from that curved line that we just made, let's again make 3 fingers down, give a little dot on that vertical line. 3 fingers on the bottom of our page, make a little line or dot. And then we're going to draw our curved line from that dot all the way to that bottom dot. Excellent. Let's do it one more time. 3 fingers underneath the top of the curved line that we just made. Make a dot. 3 fingers at the bottom of the page next to the line we just made and make a dot. And we're going to draw that curved line from that dot, top dot to the bottom dot. Great. So you should have a little bit of that space from the fold with that vertical line and your lines, your 3 curved lines coming off of that vertical line. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to get out our scissors. And what we are going to do is we are going to keep this piece of paper folded, keep it folded, and you are going to cut along those lines, except remember to stop at that vertical line that we made. We do not want to cut it all the way through to the fold. So watch how I do it. I'm going to start from the bottom, and I'm going to cut along the curved line, and I'm curving around, and I am going to stop at that vertical line right before the fold. Okay, I'm going to do that to my second curved line. Cut along your curved line and stop, making sure you do not cut all the way through. Let's do that last curved line. Starting from the bottom, cutting along that line and stop, not cutting through that fold. Awesome. And then also what we can do, since I want to have my stabile be kind of rounded at the top, I can draw a curved line, just cutting off that edge like that. And I can take my scissors and just cut, rounding off that edge on the corner. Beautiful. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to open up our paper. So what you're going to do is you're going to open it up and look at that. You should have symmetrical cuts on either side. Symmetrical meaning this side is the mirror image of this other side. So now we have our piece of paper cut. What we're going to do is we're going to make little tiny tabs at the bottom of our cut piece of paper. So what you're going to do is just on this first cut strip, you're just going to bend the bottom of the paper upward and fold to create like a little foot or tab. You're going to do that again to the next one. Fold up and crease. Fold up and crease. This whole big one, we're going to fold up and crease. Fold up and crease. Fold up and crease. And the last one, fold up and crease. So each one of these tabs should have a little foot on it folded upward, and they should be around the same size tab. Okay, now that we have our tabs folded up, what we're going to do is we're going to get out that glue stick, and we are going to put glue on the bottom of each tab. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this one, then the next, then the next, getting a lot of glue on there. This really big one in the middle, and the next one, and the next, and then our last one. Awesome. So now that we have the glue on the bottom of each tab, we're going to start getting out that first sheet of white paper. This is going to be our base of our stabile. So our stabile is going to be glued onto this. But we don't want our stabile to be glued on flat. We want it to be glued on upward so that it becomes 3D. So what you're going to do, you're going to lay your white piece of paper out in landscape orientation, meaning it's wide and fat. You're going to then take that middle large tab of your cut colored piece of paper, and you're gonna find the middle of your white piece of paper going horizontally. You're gonna take that tab and you are just going to line it up in the middle of your white piece of paper, and you are going to press down on that larger tab, having it still folded up. Okay, then what you're going to do, since this tab is glued on, for your next tabs that are cut, you're going to fold one backward like that, and you're going to fold the other one forward like that. So one should be going backward, one should be coming out forward. And then what you're going to do is you're going to glue down those tabs, one like this in front of your larger tab, and then the one in the back behind that larger tab. So it should be making kind of like a plus sign right now. Okay, then these next cut tabs, what you're going to do is you're going to fold this one a little bit forward, fold this one a little bit back, but these are going to go diagonally, meaning this one can go towards this corner of your white page, press down, and this other tab can go towards this other corner of your white page and press down. Okay, so it should be making kind of like a diagonal line. Then these last tabs, we're also going to have them go diagonal with this tab towards this corner of your page and press down, and this last tab going in this corner of your white paper and press down. Okay, so your tabs should be making kind of like an X and a plus sign. There we go. Should look something like this. Okay, so if you have your first stabile done and it feels like it's standing up and it is three-dimensional, let's make our second one. So we're going to get out that second piece of colored paper and we're going to do a similar thing. We're going to put our pinchers on either side, fold it in half from side to side, and crease. Okay. Having our fold here on this one side, we're going to put our finger to the side of that fold. You're going to make a little line on the other side of your finger next to that fold at the top. And move that finger down to the bottom and make a little line on the other side of that finger right next to the fold. Then draw that vertical line from top to bottom. Okay, this time when we're making our lines, instead of just straight curved lines, we're gonna make wavy curved lines. So similar to what we did before, get out those three fingers from the top along that vertical line, make a little mark at the bottom of those three fingers. And then at the bottom of this piece of paper towards this corner, line up your three fingers, make a little mark on the side of those three fingers from the corner. And let's just lightly sketch out, lightly sketch a regular straight curved line so we know where we're going. Okay, so it's gonna go from here and meeting down here. But then over that line, let's make a darker line of a wavy line, and we want to make larger, bigger, looser waves going along that curved line so that it's easy to cut, but it is going to be now a wavy line. Okay, now that we have our wavy line going from this dot to the bottom dot, let's create another one. So get out those three fingers again. From the bottom of the line we just made, make a little mark at the bottom of those three fingers along this vertical line, and three fingers at the bottom next to that curved line we just made, make a little dash mark on the other side of the 3 fingers here. Let's again lightly sketch out that curved straight line. But then on top of that regular curved line, we're gonna make a big, looser, wavy line. Just like that. Let's do one more. 3 fingers at the bottom of the line we just made along this vertical line. Make a little dash. 3 fingers down here at the bottom along this side. Make a little dash. Curved line. And let's make that darker, wavy line on top of that curve. Awesome. Okay, let's get out our scissors and we're gonna do the same thing that we did before. Let's cut along the wavy line, however, stopping at this vertical line, not cutting all the way through. Okay, so watch, we're gonna cut along this wavy line, keeping the piece of paper still folded and just cutting it folded together. And stopping right there. Another one. Let's cut along this wavy line. Cutting both sheets because they're folded together. And stopping at that vertical line, not going all the way through. Our last one. Cutting along that wavy line. And stopping at that vertical line, not going all the way through. And again, since we want our corners to be nice and wibble wobbly to make that organic shape, at the corner, let's just from the top kind of dip down and dip back out. And we're gonna cut that corner to make it kind of wavy. There we go. All right, now that we cut along our lines, same thing, we're gonna open up our colored piece of paper so it's nice and symmetrical. At the bottom of our cut strips, we're going to fold and crease those little tabs at the bottom for each one. So fold and crease, fold and crease, fold and crease, fold and crease, last one, fold and crease. We're gonna get out our glue stick, put glue at the bottom of each tab. Big one in the middle. A lot of glue on there. There we go. Okay, let's get out that second white piece of paper for our next base. We're gonna have it go landscape orientation, nice and wide and fat. Okay, find the middle of that white piece of paper. Get that big tab out, prop it up right down the middle of your piece of paper right there. Okay, just like that. Okay, one side of the next strip, folding it forward. The other one on the other side, folding it backward. Okay, this first tab gets glued in front. This second tab gets glued in back, making a kind of plus sign. So, oh, that needed more glue, so I'm gonna put more glue on there. There we go. Okay, notice. My one is glued in front. My second one is glued in back, making kind of a plus sign now. Okay, the next ones. These are going to go diagonal. So this one can go here, diagonally near this corner. The other one near diagonally to this corner. Like that, diagonally across. And then these last tabs, this one's glued near this corner. And this one is glued towards the last corner. Okay, so each corner should have a tab glued right by it. Okay, if there are any tabs that feel like they're popping off, remember you can add more glue or press harder for a little while and it should stick on. Cool. All right, let's do our last one. And this one's gonna be irregular shapes, meaning it's gonna be nice and pointy. So let's get out our last sheet of paper. You know the drill by now. Let's fold it in half. Put our finger right by the fold. Make a little mark on the other side of our finger away from the fold. Do it at the top of the page. Do the same thing at the bottom. Okay. Draw that vertical line. Okay. And then this time we're going to make those 3 fingers, make a little mark on that vertical line at the top. Go to the bottom, 3 fingers from the corner at the bottom, make a little mark. Let's faintly draw that curved line from the top dash to the bottom one. But this time, instead of a straight curved line and instead of a wavy line, we're going to make a larger zigzag line. We're going to make this one also pretty large and loose so it's easy to cut. So no teeny tiny little zigzags, nice and big, because that'll make it nice and easy to cut. So we have our first one drawn. Okay, from that dash on the vertical line, let's have our 3 fingers go down, make a little dash. 3 fingers at the bottom from the line we just made, make a little dash. Draw that faint curved line from top dash to bottom dash. Draw that darker loose zigzag line. Like that. And let's do it one last time. 3 fingers from this one. Make the dash on the vertical line. 3 fingers from this one at the bottom. Make a dash. Draw that faint curved line from top to bottom. And let's now draw that darker zigzag line going along that curved line. Boop. All right. And now let's get out our scissors. Hold it together. Cut along that zigzag line. Stopping at that vertical line. Remember, not going all the way through. Second one. Stop. And then that last one. Cutting along that zigzag line. Stopping at that vertical line. Great. And then to cut off that corner, let's just draw a backwards L along the corner, just so, almost like we're cutting out a little square from the corner to make it nice and pointy. There we go. Let's open it up. Beautiful, nice and symmetrical. Let's bend back our tabs. Ready? Fold up and crease. Up and crease. Fold back, crease. Making these tiny little tabs. Last one.
Okay, now that we have our tabs, it's time for that glue stick. Let's put glue on the bottom of each tab. That big one in the middle. Okay, and that last one. And here's our last white sheet of paper for our base. Lay it out in landscape orientation. Find that big tab on your colored paper. Find the middle of your white piece of paper and glue down that larger tab in the middle of your paper. Next one's bend back. The other one, bend forward. This one gets glued in front of your large middle piece. This one gets glued in back of your large middle piece. Next tabs, glue it towards one corner of your page, this corner of your page. The other one, diagonally across, gets glued towards this other corner of your page. Press down. And the last tabs, those outer tabs, one goes towards this corner, the other one goes diagonally to that last corner. Awesome, great. Now you should have 3 different organic shape stabiles. And feel free, you can color them, you can collage on them, you can decorate them however you would like. I can't wait to see yours.
All right, friends, I hope you had fun making your own 3-dimensional organic shaped stabiles, and I'll see you later. Bye.